Sup guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're diving into something that I honestly didn't expect to be revisiting so soon. A lot of you remember in my previous breakdown I kind of wrote off the stout passives as being pretty underwhelming, but thanks to a new discovery that opinion might be completely flipped on its head. And that's because of one very interesting interaction, the passive called Great Embrace. Now, before I get into the details, I want to give a shout out to the person who pointed me in this direction. I'm not going to attempt to say your name because I know I'll butcher it, but I'll throw your comment up on screen here. If you guys see it, make sure to drop a like on their post because this was a fantastic catch. Alright, let's set the stage. If you watched my last video and judging by the feedback, most of you did, you'll remember that the stout passive scale, based on your current HP. At full health, you get the maximum 50% boost. As your HP drops, so does that bonus. This is what made them unreliable. You basically needed to stay at perfect health to get any real benefit, and in most fights, that just wasn't realistic. But here's where things get interesting. The passive Great Embrace says that it can overheal a target up to 200% of their max HP. At first glance, you might think, cool, extra survivability. But what it actually does goes beyond that. It lets your Digimon's HP literally go past the 9,999 threshold. And since Stout calculates based on your current HP, that overheal directly scales the boost even higher. For this demonstration, I used my Digimon, and I'll throw his baseline stats up on screen here. As the rounds progress and I keep healing him, you'll notice something. His attack stat keeps climbing. Now, one quick side note for the first 3 turns. I also had Cheer running from my Floorman, so if the numbers look a little inconsistent early on, that's the reason. But once Cheer drops off, you can clearly see that Gigimon's attack continues to rise as his HP climbs past the normal cap. Eventually, I hit what I believe is the 200% threshold of his max HP, landing at a massive 16,856 HP. That's way beyond what's normally possible. At this point, his attack value is receiving a boost well above the standard 50%. I don't have the exact scaling formula pinned down yet, but it's absolutely more than what Stout should normally be giving you. And here's the kicker. Because your HP is technically never dropping below full when overhealed, you'll always maintain that minimum 50% boost. That's something I didn't anticipate at all, and it changes the way we look at Stout passives completely. Now let's talk about trade-offs. To pull this off, you need to run a Digimon with the Great Embrace passive to maintain that overheal. That does mean you're giving up the chance to run duplicate buffs like 2 Cheers or 2 Planning Aheads. So it's not a free upgrade. You're swapping flexibility for raw power. Whether that's worth it depends on your team comp and the kind of fight you're preparing for. Personally, I think this setup could shine in longer, grindier fights, especially bosses, where consistent high attack values pay off more than burst damage. But in shorter encounters, or if you're already running a hyper-aggressive comp, you might prefer stacking other buffs instead. That about covers the main showcase for today, but before I wrap up, I do want to mention what's coming next. A lot of you have been asking about optimal setups for Mega Plus difficulty and whether maxing out stats is worth the grind. I'm planning a dedicated video on that, but I need more testing first. I've actually been talking to a few coders who've offered to help dig into the numbers behind these passives, so hopefully we'll be able to get a clearer picture soon. Oh, and one last bonus for those who are curious. If you've ever wondered how damage is actually calculated in this game, I'll pop the formula up on screen here. Huge thanks to DK for showing me this. So yeah, that's the big discovery. Stout passives aren't nearly as weak as I thought, and with the right setup, they might even be some of the best stat-based passives in the game right now. I'll keep testing and keep you guys posted if I find anything else worth sharing. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more guides like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to hang out and discuss strategies or just share ideas with other players, I've set up a Discord server. It's still a work in progress, but you're more than welcome to join. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.